Hello everyone, my name is PlatinumZwei and welcome to a brand new series on the channel we're starting called a Platinum in Review. This is just going to be a quick casual review where we go through the recent Platinum we've just earned, talk about our experiences doing them, have a quick trophy breakdown to see what's actually required for the Platinum, and if we recommend this game. Before we get into it, I just want to say that we do stream the entirety of these Platinums being earned live at twitch.tv/PlatinumZwei, so if you ever feel like coming and saying hi, or having a chat to me or the community we have over there, please do. You know, we are growing, we are a small community, but I do want to try and build this up to something to be good, community focused, and just to have fun at the end of the day. I also upload all the VODs from those Twitch streams onto this YouTube channel, so if you are more of a VOD enjoyer or you can't catch my streams live, I am Australian, I do stream at weird times to the rest of the world, so if that is more of your style, please do like and subscribe, or if you like this review, please do, it really does help me out. Thank you for listening to that little self-plug. Let's talk trophies. Now, since this is on PlayStation Plus, this does come with the landmark version, so this does include all the DLC, so we did try and do all of the DLC involved. We're just going to go through the trophy list one by one. If there's any hints or tips that I can give while earning some of these, I will, or if they are of great difficulty, I will let you know. The Dream Begins is probably going to be the second or third trophy you earn. You'll realise that the lawnmower given to you is just not up to scratch. You're going to have to buy something eventually. You're going to have to buy all the mowers eventually for the Platinum, so this doesn't really matter. Just buy something that suits in your budget and it works. The next trophy, Mow Mowers, Mow Problems. This is a trophy you're going to earn at the end of your campaign. You can only do this after you've purchased the highest level headquarters you can, what is again associated with another trophy. Before you go for this, upload your save file to the cloud or download your save file to USB, take out all the loans you can, purchase all the mowers. There are only 14 mowers you need to buy. This doesn't include the DLC. I'll include the list of a link that includes all the mowers you need to actually purchase, but you don't need to purchase them all. A lot of the mowers were included in updates and free DLC for this game and DLC paid for DLC. So again, you don't need all of them. You just need 14 of the main ones. So again, I'll include a link in the description for this one. Lawn in the USA, again, you're going to earn this. You need to purchase all the mowers anyways. I recommend buying a Skag. A Skag is a very good mower. I used it for primarily a lot of my contracts. It works very well. Bigger and better, part exchange a vehicle for a more expensive one. This pretty much means you're just trading in your mower. So when you are buying them, you are given the option to part exchange this vehicle. I recommend doing it every time, especially now in the early game where you don't really care about the mowers you have. You just want to get rid of the shitty one you have to go up to the better one. Lean and Meter, part exchange a vehicle for a cheaper one. I recommend just again uploading your save file before doing this and just get it out of the way. Upload your save file, get rid of a mower for a cheaper one, then revert back your save file. There's no reason for doing this outside of the trophy. Every story has a beginning. Complete a contract. This is probably going to be the very first trophy you earn. Again, very self-explanatory. Do your very first contract, you'll get it. Complete a striping contract. This is something you're not going to get until about 3/4 or about halfway through your campaign. Striping contracts open up as soon as you've hit a certain level, so don't feel like when you're playing this game or you haven't seen them, you're a bit worried about them not popping up. They will eventually. Litter contract, this is something that opens up maybe a quarter of your way through the campaign. This is primarily what you're going to do. As soon as you start having employees, these are the contracts that you yourself will be doing because they take a minute or two to do, and you can send your employees doing the big money contracts. In it for the long haul, complete 100 contracts. This is something that you're going to get at the end of your playthrough. At the end of mine, I was sitting at about 78 completed contracts, so all I did was go into a contract and leave it. You don't need to actually do the job, you just need to complete the contract. So all I did, if there was a mowing job, I'd get out my whippersnipper, cut 0.1% of the job, get on. If it was a litter job, I'd pick up one item and then go. Jack of all trades, complete one of every contract. Again, you're going to get this about 3/4 of your way through as soon as you do a striping contract, because by then you would have completed a normal contract and a litter contract. Fighting on all fronts, complete 3 contracts in a single day. This is something you're going to get after you have 2 employees hired and you just complete 3 contracts in a day. Complete your first park contract. Again, you're going to get this eventually. This is a mowing job that requires you to do a park. Lawn of the 4th of July. Use an American-made mower to complete a contract on the 4th of July in career mode. This is probably the most grindiest trophy in this game. There's no way for you to get this on your very first year of playing. This goes off your in-game date, not off your PS5's console's date, as I thought it was. I thought this would be easy. No. What I recommend is at the end of your playthrough, just like the 100 contracts, go into a job, leave it. Go into a job, leave it. Because every time you do that, that counts as 1 day. At the top right hand, you'll see that your date, it may say like June the 8th or whatever. Just keep going until you hit the 4th of July. It doesn't go for a full year. It goes for about 3 or 4 months and then it comes back. It's only 5-day weeks. It'll take you maybe 40 to 50 minutes at the most to grinding out, depending on how many contracts you did. Now this sounds a bit crap, but it's actually pretty easy to do. Just keep a lookout for a contract at Rear Gardens at Rowley Manor. That's the name of the contract. And just use the Night OFS1. That's probably the smallest lawnmower. That's what I did. That's a relatively small garden, but the recommended size is a lot larger. So keep an eye out for that one. As long as you see Rowley Manor and it's Rear Gardens, use the smallest mower you can, generally the Night OFS1. That's what I use. Just make sure the recommended size is 50 centimeters small, like bigger than lawnmower. Close shave. Finish 10 career contracts within the recommended completion time. This is something you're going to get probably about in your first 10 contracts. It's very easy to get within those time. You know, there's only some where you may go past it when you're probably not paying attention enough, when you zone out. Earn your stripes. Earn a 95% or above stripe rating in a stripe contract and complete the cut. I earned this on the very first stripe contract I did. It's very easy to do. Just pay attention to which way you are cutting the stripes. You're fine. The grass is always greener. Complete a career contract without earning a fine or a penalty. Just pay attention and slow down. Don't be going around corners too fast. Go around the edges with the whippersnippers, and you're pretty much just going to be careful of flowers and taking turns too fast and ruining the lawn. Aggressive expansion. Upgrade a company HQ. Pretty self-explanatory. At the bottom left-hand side of the screen, I think if you press square when you're in the contracts or you're looking at your mowers, you can actually upgrade your contract. Purchase the second company HQ. Again, you need to get the highest level, what I believe is the 4th. Look, there you go, the 4th. You're going to get all these pretty much one after another. There is no weird way to do it. You just, eventually, you get enough money, you're going to do it. The 4th one is actually probably worth it because that allows you to have all the bays. So you need this to have the mowers mow problems? God, that's hard to say. Teamwork makes the dream work. Hire your first employee. Again, you're going to hire someone 0 to hero. Train an employee from apprentice to expert. This is probably the only one that I probably recommend that you keep an eye on. As soon as you have the chance to hire your first employee, make sure he is an apprentice. Don't hire a journeyman or anything. Make sure he's an apprentice, because about halfway through the game, you will get this trophy pop because he would have leveled up. Phoenix Rises. Bring a company on the brink of bankruptcy back into profit. This can be done with mowers mow problems at the exact same time. What I recommend is upload your save file to the cloud. Then what you want to do is you want to get all the loans you possibly can, all the actual financial loans you can take out, then buy all the mowers, then complete a contract or 2. That'll put you into the negative. And then what you want to do is then sell a couple mowers. That'll put you back into the green. There's your trophy. Blade Runner. Sprint a total of 1 mile in career mode. What I did is I just turned on always sprint. You're going to get this just by playing. Could get around by just doing anything. Drive a total of 1 mile in career mode. Again, you're going to get this within your 2nd, 3rd or 4th contract just by driving 1 mile. Pretty easy. Centurion. Drive a total of 100 miles in career mode. This is the grindiest trophy by far. I did this by AFKing, by setting up a rubber band, going into a contract that's a wide open flat area, putting on the gas and turning, getting the biggest mower I could, so I obviously traveling more. The game isn't really meant to run past an hour to 2 hours in contracts. If you go past the 2-hour contracts AFK farming, your game is going to crash. It happened every time, 100%. Every time that I did it, it crashed. So what I recommend is get to an hour to an hour and 15, hour and 30, complete the contract, leave, go find another one, set up the grind again. Because you'll get about 20 to 30 miles in those contracts whenever you do. Every good deed, hand in your first valuable, and law enforcement officer, hand in all valuables. These go hand in hand. In every contract, there is a valuable hidden somewhere. Not in every contract and not in every map. In the description, I will put in a guide for where all the valuables are located and the contracts that they are on. Just make sure you just double check the titles of them. of the contracts before you get into it, just to make sure you have got the valuable there or you need to grab it. You also get 500 bucks every time you do, so in early game that will help. All hands on deck. Pick up 250 objects in the ground check phases. When you do the ground checks, you just pick up items again. This will take you about probably 50 to 60 contracts to do, because most items there is maybe 5-6 pieces of rubbish, but you're probably going to farm these very easy by doing litter contracts. That's when there's 11 or 12 pieces of rubbish knocking around. You're going to be doing a lot of those. That way you only really need to do 25 of them. Positive word of mouth and your first rank up. This will go hand in hand all the way up to distinguished. So you'll get trusted, established, professional, esteemed, distinguished. That's for all leveling up. You will need to get this in order to buy the biggest HQ, all that sort of stuff. You know, it goes in hand in hand. This is something, all these trophies you're going to get just by playing the game. Distinguished, you're going to get about 3/4 of you playing their way. Right, cut loose, amateur mowing, professional mowing, and expert mower. These are just for completing your first contracts, completing the amateur, professional, and expert challenges. Amateur and professional, there's no major difficulty here. They are easy. Expert mower, complete expert challenges. These are the ones you're probably gonna be getting by within like very fine time limits. I was getting through these with either like a minute or like 10 seconds to 4 seconds spare. The time limit ones are ones you've got to really be careful of, same as the striping contracts. Fuel ones, the fuel is a distraction. It's not the fuel you have to worry. It is the high penalties and fines generally associated with those. You're going to get through these. They aren't difficult. You know, it may take you 1 or 2 tries on the expert mower challenges, but that's it. The time ones, generally not too bad. As long as you're not mucking around, you can get them done. But the striping contracts is probably the ones that probably going to make you sweat, because you'll be getting very fine getting there. So just pay attention, speed run it as fast as possible. And if you need to restart, restart. That's all the base game trophies. We'll move on to Ancient Britain, what was the first DLC announced for this game. They're all relatively easy. A seat or at the round table. Complete 4 Ancient Britain challenges. Again, there are challenges associated in the amateur, professional, and expert. Just do one of those. Home game. Complete an Ancient Britain career contracts with a Nightmare. Again, just keep an eye out for the DLC. You know if it's a DLC map because there'll be a little orange symbol on the actual contract itself. This will indicate that it is DLC, and just have a look. If it's dinosaur related, it's the dinosaur one. If it's not, if it's probably the Ancient Britain one. Just make sure you use the Night Mower. Again, use the biggest one you have. That'll make this contract very easy. The Wandering Wizard and Axe to Grind, Excalibur and Head of the Family. These are for finding all the valuables on the map. Again, I'll put a link in the description for the guide to find all the valuables. They are just one item on each map. They all have one valuable each. Just find them when the very first time you do them. Alright, and the last DLC we have is Dino Safari. This is probably one of my favorite because I love dinosaurs. I'm an actual kid. I'm a child. I love them. So this DLC is very similar to the Ancient Britain DLC, except for there is no challenges added. It is mainly just completing the contracts and finding the valuables. Welcome to Dinosaur Safari. Complete any Dinosaur Safari in career mode. This is just for completing a generic contract you find. Don't go into long grass. Complete an overgrown contract on the raptor paddock in career mode. Again, you're just going to find the raptor paddock. Just do an overgrown. Don't do a litter contract. You'll get this one. We're going to make a fortune with this. Spared no expense. Clever girl. And we have a T-Rex. These are for just finding all the valuables in the actual maps themselves. But that's it for the trophies, guys. Again, very easy list to follow. None of them are really difficult. There is a few grindy ones and the expert challenges that are probably going to give you some grief, maybe 1 or 2 times, but again, they're not difficult in a sense of you're going to be pulling your hair out. You just may have to restart 1 or 2 times, and that's fine. Do we recommend this game at the end of the day? Since it's on PlayStation Plus, I do recommend it. It is really a general easy plat. The only thing it's going to take you is time. It took me about 52 hours, but I did lose a lot of that time. I probably lost about 10 hours due to that AFK grinding, where the game did crash after a while. It counted that time played. You know, you can get this platinum in anywhere between 30 to 40 hours, I think. Do we recommend this game? Yes, we do. Since it's on PlayStation Plus, I do recommend possibly picking it up if you have the time. If you've got 30 to 40 hours to play this game, I recommend it. Lawn Mowing Simulator is like the Sword Art Online of simulator games. It is a very, very good entry point to get into the genre of what you want. This is a very good way to get into simulator games. Use Lawn Mowing Simulator as a test to see if you like these sort of games. If you don't like Lawn Mowing Simulator, you're probably not going to enjoy the lot more heavy intensive simulator games that are out there. I did this game live on Twitch. I had people communicating with me. I had viewers to talk to and people to hang out with and talk. If I didn't have that, this game would probably be a lot more of a slog than it was. So me personally, I did have fun, yes, but again, if you're playing the solo and at night, you're probably not going to enjoy it as much as I did. It is on PlayStation Plus Extra, so that's how I did it. So I'd recommend doing that. If it does come off that, just wait for a sale. But that's it for the first review on the series, guys. If you feel like I did miss anything, or you think I explained something a bit wrong, or you disagree with me, or you agree with me in some points, please do let me know in the comments. That's the only way that these reviews are going to get better. You know, I also have the Discord as well, where we do have a lot of channels involving this as well, so feel free to join the Discord and have a discussion about that as well. But thank you for listening, guys. We are working on a review for Moving Out 2, Resident Evil 4 Remake, and Iron Bread, as we are currently playing those live on our stream at the moment. So again, you'll find reviews for those later on. But thank you for listening. We'll see you on the next one.